What if I told you that all the platinum and palladium ever mined in history could fit inside this small cube? Imagine the same family of metals that makes your jewelry sparkle are also the same things that are used to clean the air we breathe every single day. Today, we're going to be talking about Earth's rarest treasures, and these are the stories of platinum and palladium. Now, this is just an overview to give you a little bit of insight regarding the items. So, first, we need to meet the stars of the show, platinum and palladium. Platinum is so dense that a milk jug of it would weigh as much as a small car. And palladium is a very spongy, super absorbent item that can absorb 900 times its own volume in hydrogen gas. This is why it's utilized in things like this, the catalytic converter. What do we know about this? The top producing countries of this clearly are South Africa, Russia, and Zimbabwe. A lot of people are like, where does America fall in this? A little bit farther down the list, probably 5 or 6. In order to understand how these are mined, we have to understand the family. And this is called the platinum group metals. And these are consistent of platinum, which is 35% of the mix, palladium, which is about 35% of the mix, rhodium, which is about 10% of the mix, ruthenium, 8%, iridium, 7%, and then the ever popular osmium. Now, osmium is the smallest and one of the most rare forms, especially in crystallized form. So, how do we get this? How do we actually break this down? I'm going to scroll down and we're going to look at the refining process. So, the first thing is it's a huge challenge to be able to get these things melted down. There's 5 basic steps in this, from firing to adding air or things like nitric oxide to help boost the temp, chemistry to separate them, and then refinement and constantly going through and producing a finer and finer item, which is called purification. So the first thing you have to do is you have to heat these up. Platinum and palladium are very similar. And because they're so similar, because we know the temperatures so well, we can get rid of a lot of the other metals first. Now there's this graphic here, and I've kind of walked through what happens at each stage. You can see that platinum and palladium and copper and silver and gold have certain temperatures at which they melt. And so they will go through each one. They will heat it up in a furnace and they will get rid of those. As this does this, the heavier metals sink to the bottom. This is one reason that you can refine silver and gold. You know where it's at. The next thing is converting this, and this is where we blast away all those junk metals. Now, they're not necessarily junk metals, but when you're trying to get the specific platinum, palladium out, you want to get rid of all the other stuff. And they do this by blasting air into the molten liquid, and this actually causes the impurities to get hotter and burn off. Next one is leaching. Now, this is a chemical bath, and you've probably seen people like tips do stuff like this. This is where powerful chemicals are utilized to dissolve things like copper, nickel. And what this does is this dissolves into the solution and precipitates out all the other stuff. The next part of this is leaching. Now, leaching is a metal mix is put into a chemical bath. We utilize acids. These acids will actually precipitate out certain metals and leave the other ones in the solution. Now, we want to precipitate out those other things. We can extract those by doing that. We're leaching those elements out of there. We're pulling those elements out. And what's left behind is that group, that platinum group family of metals that stays there together. From there, we have to actually do what's called SE, and this is actually called solvent extraction. Now, this is a really cool thing. These are special chemicals that grab onto each of the metals specifically. Again, platinum and palladium are very close to each other, but there's something about polarity and charge. And because of those charges, we call things like platinum 4 or palladium 2. And we know what binds those elements, and we're able to utilize that to do. The last thing is to repeat the process, and this helps us to refine it or to purify it. And this is where you want to get that information to that 9995 pure. This is that 99.5% purity. So you want those really high levels. Now, this is one reason that it's also easier to recycle some of these materials than it is to refine them, because these refined materials are already in that 999 state. And so being able to recycle those, and again, you can burn off that extra hydrogen, you can burn off that other stuff that has been absorbed into the palladium. And so you can utilize that. And this is how we recycle catalytic converters. Let's look through and talk about what we utilize this for. Well, most of us in the stacking and the collecting communities know of platinum and palladium in the form of something like this. This is 1 ounce platinum coins. This is something that I just traded some silver for because I want to start increasing my position in platinum. But there's also other things, all the way from dentists to electronics and fine jewelry. There's a lot of resources, a lot of availability. But the number one thing that both of these things are utilized for is in that catalytic converter, again, to clean the air. Now, over the years, the prices have fluctuated. 2021, 2022 saw the highest peaks for platinum and palladium, and those were about, 1,400 for platinum and then about 3,300 for palladium. Now, what's not included in this particular chart is 2025. And we've actually seen platinum increase quite a bit, a little over 1,600, almost $1,700 per ounce melt for the platinum. And this is one reason that I'm investing in it now. I see this going up, and I think it has still a great opportunity for buying. So again, this is just a quick overview of platinum and palladium, more of an introduction. If you want to know more, we can go deeper into this subject. We can break down the specific elements and talk about some of those things. Subscribe. It's free to the channel. It really helps it out. I work really hard to bring you information and provide you the best that I can. So do me a favor. Say thank you by subscribing to the channel, hit that notification bell, smashing that thumbs up, and share it out with people. If you want to know more, do me a favor, comment down below and let me know. I look forward to taking your questions and providing you the best information I can. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Frosty. Be well, be blessed, and I will see you in the streams. Take care.